Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts?
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to State Farm agent Margie Gray in Indiana or David Smith in Clymer.
Coach, how much did you know about West Shamokin coming into this game with them not being in the conference?
Not a whole lot till early last week. We got 3 game tapes on them from Coach over there, and on tape, very athletic football team. And the thing that I think that stood out was their intensity that they played with and their physicalness that they played with. And they play quality opponents every week in the Whippeal, and really just athletic and physical football team. And we knew we were going to have our hands full.
And you had a hard time stopping them run around the outside, and it slowed down there in the third quarter, but in the first half it was kind of unstoppable. So what did you guys do about that at halftime?
Well, they got a really good running quarterback. He's the real deal, and they spread you out. They do a lot of the same things we do, running power read and counter tray out of the empty spread offense, and he's a very good back, and we knew we would have our hands full with him. And a little disappointed in a way that we didn't come out with a chip on our shoulder and a little bit of edge and physicality that I thought we should have with the playoff line, playoff spot still on the line. So that's disappointing, but really, pretty good season. We haven't had a losing season here now in three years, and I told the kids afterwards they should be proud of that. We're getting better. We have a lot of young players. We're still not there yet, and then we had to overcome a lot of injuries throughout the year and still be able to win football games. And I made a lot of memories with these guys. Some quality wins this year, some great performances. We overcame a lot of adversity to win some of those games with guys out. We just at the end just didn't quite have the firepower, obviously, with some of those injuries and things out that we did earlier. But hey, I love these kids. They're going to get it. They're young, and they're going to get better, and they just got to keep competing, and that's the only way you get better and play quality opponents, and West Shamokin's a quality opponent.
Might have been the first time all year that Will Sicer met his match tonight, and what did you see on film as far as Schaefer goes and how he was going to match up against you guys?
Yeah, I think their whole offensive line, and I'll have to watch tape. He probably held his own. I mean, he probably double-teamed him and things like that, but I think he's probably the best defensive lineman in the conference, and obviously I'm a little biased, but I thought their whole offensive line had a chip on their shoulder and came off the ball really well, and they're physical and they're nasty. I mean, and boy, I'd love us to be that way. I mean, that's what every coach shoots for, is you got to have a little bit of nastiness, and they got a lot of flags and four-star guys into a lot of flags because they're nasty. And now some of that we could probably do without, but they just come off the ball and they want to intimidate you and they want to play football, and that's why I love the game, and they played it very well tonight.
Mm-hmm. We said it a little bit. You do have a big chunk of kids coming back, and not just a big chunk of kids, but a big chunk of athletic kids coming back. How much have you thought about next season yet?
Oh, not a whole lot. I knew we're playing a lot of sophomores. We started a freshman on the line the second half of the season. Obviously, if our backfield gets healthy, those were all sophomores at the end of the season. Hunter Rice comes back. He's just a junior. Our tight end's just a junior. But we got to get better. You can't. I mean, you got to do the things that are going to make you better. You got to get in the weight room. You got to catch a ball. You got to make yourself faster. You got to get to camps and compete. Everybody does it now, and if you don't do those things, you're just going to stay the same. And you're either getting better or you're getting worse or staying the same. And we got to find ways to get better. They got to buy into it, and they got to want to do it. And the expectations are continue to be high. We want to take that next step and get to the playoffs. So we'll see. There's a lot of potential there, but potential is a scary thing if you don't live up to it.
And I don't know if you'd heard, but Armstrong School District is voting on Monday for West Shamokin to come into the conference. Any thoughts on that after playing them tonight?
No thoughts on it. I know their coach is pretty excited about it. We talked to him before the game, and I think it's a good fit. I mean, they are in the area, same kind of district, the rural district. It's a good fit for us. I know we need one in the conference, another team, and you know, it'll be another tough opponent, and the Heritage Conference will just get stronger if it happens, and we'll welcome it. And you know, doesn't matter who it is, just so we just keep playing this great game.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you guys.
Okay, thanks a lot.